on what hero?
It's MSS Clockwork.
Yeah, so it is a Core Knight Stalker. I think they're just going to cog block for him and maybe start the Clockwork bottom. But I would like to give Gyro a little bit of a bolster in the mid level.
I like that.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second because I'm running out of words after 6 days of casting.
That is a problem. You start repeating yourself over and over again. I get that all the time.
I was asking Rob for a couple keywords. I'll try to drop some in. So if you hear me say some big words out of place for absolutely no reason, just blame Rob.
Just know that he has nothing else to do with his efforts.
Okay. Well, moving out, game number 2 now. VGJ Storm facing off against Vici, and this one is winner go to the lower bracket. Or Vici at the very least. As VGJ Storm trying to hold on to their top rune here. 11, Lanham gonna run forward and just force him back. So it's gonna be that core Naga Siren. We've seen this be effective, I would say. The Meteor Hammer is still alive and well.
I'm a believer in this support tide. We're going to see it come back where we're not going to see any random tower dives, and this tide's going to be allowed to ravage when he gets level 6. And that's going to be where we see Lanham have the massive impact with that level 11 first level in the Kraken Shell build.
Are they only going to get... Vici are going to get 3 runes here.
Okay, that's a 400 gold lead right off the bat, you know? And that cannot be... That's basically 2 creep waves. That's how I like to look at it.
I mean, it's not to the point where, like, somebody is going to be getting... I guess Ori can bring out a salve right at the start if he wants. Interesting that he has the bottle queued up again. I've been seeing more of that recently. I thought that it was going to be less often because of the bounty runs, but...
I was not exactly sure that harasses you all that much early levels. Maybe that's the thing.
Okay.
Immediate rocket to the face. Still getting all the CS, so that's it. Oh, did he not get that tonight?
He got the...
Oh, okay, I just didn't see the little exclamation point.
Seeing stuff again.
No, I didn't see stuff. That was the issue. Oh, that's the opposite. Staring right at it.
Is it like lying by not telling the truth?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, if it's a white lie, it's not quite a real lie, you know, it's just a small lie.
Okay. Now we're branding our lies.
That's not, I mean, that's a figure of speech.
Oh,
it just means a minor lie.
Bottom lane, he's dragging creeps on the Clockwork.
Fenrir with the 17 gold from McCall. He's rich.
Yeah, I like this play against the Razor. Razor has really no counterplay to these random creep drags, and you just don't want to have to lane against the Razor straight up, as you're seeing Staking get heavily bullied.
I mean, he will be able to get this one, it looks like, and, you know, regen through all of the mangoes and tangos that he's got. So we'll see how that works in a couple of minutes. This top lane, 11 taking a lot of harassment as well.
He's just spammed out by SVG right now. Just catching a Q, getting hit with a liquid fire, and he just is really sad.
The round of this, and he actually might go down, to be honest. He's got a lot of damage coming in there, but with 3 tangos...
Oh, did he just... Oh, he has that, okay.
Yeah, he's got a flowing blade.
Yeah, I was confused. I thought he was eating his way through those trees. I'm like, that's inefficient, sir. But it's 11. He knows what he's doing.
So yeah, just watching those early on. We'll see if MSS tries to go for another pull through.
Haste rune spawns top. Somebody's going to take that. I believe it will most likely be this Gyro, as the people is now under tower for.
Probably would have loved a DD or something else like that, but it's fine as well. As one of the big equalizers here might be SVG being able to get these pulls off. They got the D ward on the camp as well. So Resolution going to farm up the creeps that were coming towards them, as well as the hard camp. Well, SVG is getting the pull through over here to the side. This should mean that the creep wave will push again. That half creep wave coming in, but not the end of the world.
Tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, Paparazzi again stealing a lot of damage from MSS. See if they turn now onto snaking. No glimpse in the area.
Just a bit of harass for him. Make them last hitting a little bit easier.
As we talked about, I think a lot of the focus for Vici is going to be on Ori this game. I feel like he isn't going to be all that active early, but if he can speed up his mid game, he's actually getting caught here.
A lot of damage.
Tons of damage, and this is the strength of Gyrocopter, as First Blood actually is going to be drawn on Lana. So VGJ Storm on a couple of these different lanes, and you can see the strength that they've got here. 11 going to try and back away yet again. Dual Breath already used and taken off, but
he's dead.
Almost getting him. Take it down. So they've got multiple kill lands here as Lanham responds. He's going to run back forward towards Yawar. With the slow that they're going to have from another right click, can they get within range for it? Not quite there.
There's a solve on MSS.
What a guy.
What a bro. That's just hooking up your team right there.
Yeah. That's crucial. Otherwise, Gyro would be forced to go back to base there and be making crucial CS.
All of a sudden, Storm might catch back up into the lane, and I mean, well, I say catch back up. Storm is leading the lane heavily, but
I mean, the kill hurts a little bit.
it does.
The fact they didn't miss any CS off pretty much also was quite nice for him. So MSS going to go for another creep pull here, and the 4-minute mark coming around. Or he's just going to try.
There's a DD on MSS. He might just die with this creep wave, but I think it's too risky.
So we'll watch again as we're getting close to the 5-minute mark. Bounty runes going to be coming up shortly, and Snake King, certainly one of the kings of that one. Stalker.
I see what you did there.
I'm glad you appreciated it.
I don't know if he said that or not. I'm just
I don't know about the appreciation.
just pointing it out.
It's time for a Kyle analogy to come up with some.
All right,
And
SVG, here's the battle. This is objective time. Can they get it? Who's quicker fingers? Well, looks like Lanham got that one.
MSS is
He might just be dead.
Trying to kill him, all right. Apparently, he can just come in and find the kill. 11.
Rezo is going down. FTG is going to be in a
16
little bit of
from
trouble
Fender.
now. He used the net on Rezo before he got out there.
They make it work.
Storm Spirit forced out of lane. He's going back to base now. Going to heal up and return mid again. Yawar's just farming away. He's got his 6 now.
Despite the fact that he's ahead by 8 CS on the Storm, he's still a level behind because of the denies.
Exactly. And because of the kill on him over there. So, I'm out of him.
Oh, look at bottom though. Paparazzi spotted out as well. They're going to be able to catch him in the cogs. And with the battery assault and everything else, another round of the Lucent Beam in the right clicks. Paparazzi going to drop. Lanham. Also, if he stays too far from his tower, might go down as well. And realizing this, he stays close.
That's such a sick play by Resolution. He just rotated to the opponent offlane at level 4 as a Luna. Something you pretty much never see. And it didn't want to return top. That's not a lane he exactly wants to be in. He gets the kill. Not only does he just come to this lane, but he also sets up a kill on Razor, forcing Razor to go top himself.
Storm is hasted, running top. He's pinging out SVG under tower right now.
Night Stalker
He may
died in
just
mid.
die.
He's gonna let that go. He might actually get caught, but only level 1 limp. So it should be no issue for Staking to simply run away. And that's the benefit of having that Night Stalker off lane. You can just take his lane over on the Luna, and he's gonna go do something else.
This is really bad, I think, in some ways for Ori. Like, he made a big old rotation here up with his 6, and he's not finding anything.
Hey, now he may just dive right away. He's picking. He wants to use this. He didn't want to waste this rotation.
Can he? They do have a TP on MSS, rather on Snake King, ready to go. But bottom lane, they found Paparazzi yet again, and he's going to drop the resolution. And SVG fine. Like, Ori's kind of farmed out a creep play, but I don't know.
Razor's game is over. He's level 4. 7 minutes into the game, just died twice. This resolution rotation is actually incredibly good. Like, he knows that this Razor is supposed to go.
You learning something over there?
I am actually learning something. That's something where it's not a good rotation for Luna. Like, he isn't excited to go to this off lane, but he knows that his game is ruined much less than this Razor's. And it's like, well, my game is going to be impacted slightly, but this Razor's game is going to be absolutely destroyed. And you're seeing it here. Like, suddenly, who's supposed to be the snowballing hero is level 4. Creating space for the Storm while the Storm forms the mid game.
Meanwhile, Rezo just pulling the creep wave, making
Top
it even
lane,
more miserable.
Oh,
he
they
might
gotta
be
watch
in
this, though.
trouble.
Look at this Rezo. You realize it. Oh, smoke is gonna break Luna TPing away.
He's top. Kill. Convenient.
Oh my god.
That's
This is dead 11. This is
Okay,
not good.
Revolution is apparently a good player.
I
didn't realize.
This
I thought he was the problem.
Naga is sitting at the same net worth as a Night Stalker and almost a Jakiro right now. He is extremely sad in this game. He was supposed to be a core.
Yeah. Definitely. It is a problem. As bottom lane, they do find MSS. And they're able to pick up that one. Maybe Target could have gone over to Paparazzi to help him out a little bit more, but still, he's trying to get towards the phase boots himself. 8.5 minutes in, 2 to 6. It is about 1,000 gold lead into the favor of VGJ Storm, who just started to look like the better team throughout this series against VG. Like, they're top of the DPC points. Or not top of it, but in the top 8 at least.
They're up there. We do have Big Storm. He is hanging on. He's getting his farm. He's making plays. He has the ability to pick off people. There's a Song coming out top lane.
The level 4 anchor smash, or level 2 anchor smash coming in. Nope, they choose not to fall. It's a level 6 hero at 9 minutes into the game. These rotations from Revolution have completely changed the pace of this game. That's only a level 5 off-lane Night Stalker, but I don't think they really care.
Oh my god, is MSS just gonna walk at paparazzi right now? He's showing himself into the area, but with phase boots, paparazzi might not be as scared anymore as he walks around. He takes out the ward.
Oh,
Revolution is going to accelerate so much this game. It is going to be all in the hands of Ori to basically get this high up. Maybe his next item could even just go for a BKB. I think that might have to be his build out where this Razor's game's going.
Wow. Meanwhile, mid lane, far out of mana. Needs to be careful as the Storm shoots him there. And, looks like, I don't know what he was doing there exactly.
Your does not have to make plays this game. Out farming them on the side of VGJ. That is just a little. I think he's really feeling himself there. That's like, you know, we like the enthusiasm. We want to play to win, but got to be very careful overextending on heroes like Gyro that just die if they get caught in position.
The minute mark, bounty rooks go away mostly VGJ, 3-1.
And there's a Storm with a regen rune. That's pretty scary. He's gonna pop that immediately. I don't know if he's gonna do anything with it. He may just keep farming.
Yeah, I like that idea of the farmman.
Yeah, he's gonna clear this jungle, use this regen for the duration. He may even go back mid with this Luna. That's a big kill. If they get the
SVG
set.
is taking his bottom tower. Max liquid fire, level 7 to 10 minutes. That's pretty huge. At a level 5 Kiro this high level.
Yeah, and I think that liquid fire is something you don't see as often, but realizing that
Ice path is prevent the deny.
And now they're maybe gonna kill off paparazzi yet again.
We do have Ori and Fenrir coming in at tail, but I don't think they're
Oh, they do have Disruptor 6. I don't think they can do anything to SVG here.
Maybe able to pick off.
Trying to. He still has stick charges as well. The Static Storm is down the ice path to try and turn this. He's trying to walk out of there, but he's going to fall. Now,
he's falling the clock.
Get the kill. They're still able to glimpse to get away. The hook shot back in. Ori is walking out of there, but if MSS Battery Assault catches him out with the taunts as well, the ice path able to get away. Ori playing himself out of there. They make it. Resolution comes back in for the finish onto Fenrir, but that was close to more.
Ori has had enough. I'm taking over this game.
Fenrir really out here playing his best game. That man just saved the life of this Storm twice in a row. Got secured a kill on this Gyro. That was well played. Very well played. The Storm's very, very happy with him.
Gyro and the Jakiro were just a bit separated when they went on him, so the ice path came a little bit too late in order to save them. And I still think that's good for the side of VGJ Storm. Like, they're the ones taking map control with these type of plays, and despite the fact that they get 2 kills on VG, they're down by 2k 12 minutes in, and Luna's just going to keep getting more and more farms this game.
It's a big zip.
Well, he walks out of there, but not going to happen.
Okay, so the problem with having this over-leveled hero is that he's just a lot of free gold every time they kill him in these lanes.
There's a Kaya up on Storm. He's got another jump coming through if he wants it. MSS is camping right behind here. He knows Storm is probably lurking, looking at this night.
Luna's farming triple ancient stack at 12
I mean,
minutes
that's really the thing that's so scary, right? Is that while all of these action has been going down bottom, Resolution's just been farming through the jungle, and in spite of that, Ori is still keeping up, relatively speaking.
This isn't quite the same as an IO Luna as we saw the other day with who was that?
It was Paparazzi.
Was it Paparazzi? Yeah, I mean, you don't have that steroid that's going to make you get out of control, but he still will accelerate way faster than any other hero in this game.
Which is why it's so impressive that Ori's been able to keep up with him to some extent. Only 1,000 gold behind roughly. And it's by virtue of being active, getting those kills around the map.
But these kills, they can't continue. Like, meaning it's not reliable to have that consistent kill. And they're just going to put a lot of pressure on mid lane. Luna's farming all the meanwhile. Night Stalker providing the vision, pressuring the mid lane with that liquid fire. And they're just going to back off. And look at all of VG Gaming is just in the mid lane.
Yeah, Tide has 6. They wanted to bait that out, but good recognition by VGJ Storm.
Resolution has like another quad stack bottom after he clears this creep wave. He's gonna clear like 2 creep waves and then back off. And he is so farmed. He's going for the Dragonlance into BKB build. I think that's absolutely correct.
stealing away the experience, and
He's feeling very beefy, able to play very aggressive. He's got this vitality booster in his inventory, almost to the super spirit vessel.
oh, there's a smoke, drops the ward. Ori is gonna thank MSS for that free kill. And Lanham actually is the one that takes it away and then gets pinged by the storm. I like that. Oh, that was for the ward. Okay, that was for the ward.
That makes for less of a fun
The
story.
ward, of course.
Are you a pinger? Are you two pingers?
I mean, not if somebody steals a kill. I don't care. We get a kill, we get a kill. But you know,
Lyrical, I prefer to not have labels.
Rezo just denied the Rezo.
yeah,
You prefer to not have labels?
yeah. He
man,
doesn't like to identify as anything. You know?
I don't
Just
think
keep it
putting a label limiting my
freedom.
being, freedom. There you
Yeah,
go.
your
I don't-
spirit
Exactly.
to embody what you please. You know.
Good silence there to make sure that the Night Stalker is not glimpsed.
Back to the game.
Yeah, I'm just moving on.
Lyrical goes like, I'm done with this crap.
That's the best play. That's the best.
Whatever
move
it
in this
takes to stop
situation.
these two.
Now we do have 4 heroes on the side of VGJ Storm, grouped up in this top lane. Looks like they're going to go their separate ways now. They realized that VG Gaming is sitting up here as well.
It's almost
Not
not
worth the time. Just going to farm away on this gyro and rotate back towards their Luna.
VGJ is going to hit a ridiculous timing, though. Gyro and Luna are going to hit BKBs pretty similar, and it'll just be so easy for them to take fights.
Looks like we're going to trade off bounty runes this time around. And as we said, more and more farm on the Luna.
SVG top lane going down again.
Uh-oh.
He is taking the most dangerous farm on the map, so if anybody on the side of VGJ Storm is going to die, it will be him. But at the same time, that's opening up the tower push for VG Gaming, so it's really important that he tries to minimize these deaths as much as possible.
And Storm is going for this first item Orchid. He's just trying to make sure he can keep steady making these pickoffs, killing this Night
This
Stalker,
BKB
killing-
timing compared to Orchid timing is going to be crucial this game. Like,
That's
whoever
very
hits
true.
that first, it's pretty much going to decide the game, I think, because if he goes for this Orchid and they just have 2 BKBs, suddenly that Orchid is pretty much wasted.
Well, we are going to see Ichi moving towards mid lane. Ywar in their sights, but as they walk forward, Yuwar's
the
going to back
glimpse, the
out. The
ward.
glimpse is going to be there. I'm not sure if it's good enough, though. He drops the
MSS
call down.
is in range of Hook. He's lurking up by the Ancients.
They got one, though. Naga Siren silenced, as well as the Eclipse. They take him down, and now a haste rune on Resolution. He's going to try and hit them from the low ground. MSS jumps in, finds both as well. Lanham going to drop, and now Ori also in their sights, just trying to get away.
Oh, they're just going to take the tower.
Big kills.
VGJ Storm's actually just outplaying them. Bringing
They
the right
didn't
amount of heroes, right amount of resources. Meanwhile, Jakiro's just pushing top.
They're doing very well. I mean, if VG Gaming is forced in this position again where they kind of have to walk around this Storm, he's the only one that's able to actually threaten the enemy team. And, you know, they're going to stay grouped up and hope for the best, but when VGJ is able to, like you said, to just put Jakiro in one lane, have the clock sit behind Rezo, or sit behind Snaking even, they just have these kill squads. They're able to go around in these groups. And
The problem is the Storm is the one that's supposed to be farming as well as having to go for kills. And that's why the Razor start was so important, because without the Razor having this ability to run around and force objectives, suddenly we found ourselves in the same spot we did the first game where this Tidehunter just has Ravage.
Yeah.
And he can't use it. And they have had Song for a while as well. And they're finally just going to walk down top. But look at what SVG is doing. He's just like, okay, they have the Meteor Hammer.
Right.
But, I mean, that's a tier 1 tower, first one of the game, going down at 17 minutes. And despite the fact you don't have any naturally pushing heroes, the Razor, like, he's just going to be useless in this game.
Yeah. It is a tough one, and, you know, trying to see where they can, you know, find some solace. They're going to farm out the camps over to the side. As we said, it's really good farming patterns by VGJ Storm, making sure that they're always getting something out of the map if they're losing an objective. And the BKB completed for Resolution feels like it might be about that time to start fighting. Another round of it.
I think this BKB is going to be like reactionary fighting. I don't even think they have to force anything. They're just going to be ready to basically say, if Vici tries to take an objective, we're not going to let it happen.
So again, with the Meteor Hammer thing, is it back to where like you don't know for sure if you're going to get your BKB off or not?
You can get
So no,
BKB off.
BKB, Magic Immunity is always good.
Yeah, you can 100% activate
BKB, spin, rage, that is
Okay.
always good. It's just blinking that you can't do.
And he does have the Aquila, so as you mentioned the other day. But the Yule Scepter set up.
Or he caught, he somehow...
He is in some trouble.
What the
There's a
hell just
stun.
He
happened?
just didn't get stunned by Ice Path, right? That's what happened there?
I think so, but they haven't been able to find and kill off 11.
And that's exactly what you're seeing with the BKB, saying, you are not allowed to take our buildings. And that is exactly what VGJ Storm should do with their BKB. Gyro almost has his in 800 gold. And every time they get kills like this, force out these crucial ultimates, they can walk down lanes themselves. This is a game where VGJ doesn't have to force anything.
So how did he not get stunned by Ice?
I have no idea what just happened there.
I'm not sure. It looked to me like he was already mid cast on his jump, and he just it just
Might have just
was very
missed,
close.
but that was really weird.
It looked directly on top of him
Yeah.
to me. I think Ball Lightning just was already casting, and he was able to get out. It was
It's on the SVG, but that's just to support Jakiro. This isn't going to lead to anything. Meanwhile, the rest of VGJ is just farming.
Yeah.
This is 5 heroes from the side of VG Gaming.
Or he's looking.
They're
He can find the
snaking
Night
up in the
Stalker.
trees. That would make it worth the
they're not
effort,
gonna
I
find
believe. But
But they may catch resolution under this ward. He has no BKB for 10 seconds. This may be the rare opportunity they're looking for. But he's going to back off. Spidey since he's not even farming that big camp.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows this is a dangerous part of the map. He knows how long it takes them to get from where they were just now killing the Jakiro to getting to him. And that is honestly a kill that nets an advantage for VGJ Storm.
Which is not what you would expect.
Yeah, and that, I love the way SVG's playing. Despite how many deaths he has, like 3, it's only 3. And this top lane is often what we consider the dead lane, where you just don't want to take any objectives here for VGJ Storm, but it's the only place on the map that Vici can play, looking to take towers. And by him just continues pushing the wave, even though he's dying, they don't get anything. Look at all of VG Gaming's wards, and they can't get anything done here because SVG keeps pushing this lane out, and he's just a 5-position Jakiro.
Oh, they're looking for
Storm
snaking now.
going on snaking. I believe he will die here.
Well, he's running.
super tanky, but he
helping him out.
There's the meteor hammer coming out on Naga.
Oh,
he missed.
Just off the edge. SVG's going to go down here, and they do kill off Snake King in the end.
So
So
this is what they have to be careful of.
yeah, they lose 2.
That meteor hammer just whiffed. Luckily, Ori was able to get that pick off. They got the glimpse on him, so secured the kill on Snake King.
They gained 1K worth of net worth advantage from those 2 kills.
If
though.
they can get this tier 2 tower now, 11's going to have Meteor Hammer back up again. Paparazzi's there.
This tier 2 honestly doesn't change the game all that much. It just makes it so that they can move on to other objectives, which is important.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where they still have to take this mid-tier 1, and I don't know how they take that without giving up map control. Meaning Resolution's going to pressure bottom like he is. He's already taking a tier 2 of his own.
Oh my god.
And
The glaives.
I mean, they take down the Radiant Tower top lane now as well. Naga's aren't able to get that, but it's a tier 2 of their own.
it's just a trade. Both teams are okay with this, I think. But I like the way VGJ is just collapsing on the mid lane. Storm might be in a little bit of trouble.
Hookshot in, able to get him to silence. It's going to be there in time, and they found him. And with the downside of the Orchid build is you can't kick off the sounds yourself.
And that's the problem with VG Gaming's plan here. SVG's stalled their momentum so much that all these wards that they have, look at their wards. They want to play aggressive, but look at where they're stuck playing. These wards don't do anything. And when you're against a Night Stalker, and the only 3 wards you have do nothing, that makes it impossible to play.
Turn around with the Ravage, though. Resolution BKB maybe a little bit late as well to get down the ice path, able to catch and kill off 11. Paparazzi BKB running away. Back out.
I love the Hurricane Pike from Rezo, knowing that the only problem he can have once he has BKB is the net and the Razor static link, both of which are countered by the Hurricane Pike active.
And now moving into Roshan, VGJ Storm realizing it is time to take objectives, and can they get here in time? It doesn't matter, because guess what? Ravage was already used with the blink reveal, and now they got Aegis to run down a second time.
And they might chase something off of this. They're going to catch the Disruptor.
Oh god, Vici losing heroes left, right, and center.
Very valuable kill. Disruptor being the one able to set up these, the only positive fights, the only ones where Vici Gaming came out on top in the net worth charts were due to this Disruptor.
They could set up a sleep with a buyback on Disruptor. This is absolutely possible. He has a TP scroll. I think they have to. I think they have to do something.
We do have MSS sitting in the back lines here, waiting to throw a hook in the moment he gets vision of something killable.
They're playing so smart on VGJ. The Night Stalker supplying the vision so they know what VG Gaming is going to attempt to do, and they might even catch Ori again.
Yeah, they're pinging him out like exactly where he was going to be at. SVG just going to punch the tower one time, and
no backdoor protection on this, so he can just hit away. Yuar says, "Thank you, sir. Thanks for the gold. Appreciate your time. Glad it wasn't mine." See, oh. Snaking, catching vision of Paparazzi, the hook onto Naga. Naga's silenced. He will go down.
Oh, the Ice Path also able to catch Paparazzi on his way into the base, trying to get out of there. MSS not able to get it with Static Storm down. He can maybe just reload for another round of this.
Pressuring
down.
top, but that's just a storm.
Absolutely no threat of the Song into Disruptor ulti, both of which are unavailable.
No buyback on Naga Siren. Resolution starting to hit away at this tower. Storm Spirit,
Storm is top.
I mean, he's doing some damage, but I think that these guys push your tower a little bit faster, and they're starting to take it down. As soon as it's down, the racks will surely follow shortly afterwards. Resolution.
Now the glaives bounce too with that tier 3 gone.
Paparazzi dealing damage now, try able to force them back and away, although the right click's coming in with the War there as well. They're going to possibly burn him down through the BKB, instead just trying to take down and kill off this tower, but with the buyback on Lanham, looks like they are going to retreat.
And you see MSS killed Fenrir back there with a rocket.
11 appears
He
to be
ended up
looking
landing
for
that
a
on
Song
him
to
before
catch
he
some
reached one.
stragglers, but I don't think that's going to work.
There's a...
Storm?
Oh, there's a butterfly getting on Rezo right now.
He doesn't have any mana. Ori. Oh, they thought about going for it, but not going to make it happen. And instead,
with the space, they may turn this.
yeah, they're thinking about it. The SVG running away, the Song to try and get them back in range, but he ends up getting stunned, so it's going to be the full duration. Now, can they kill off
Gyro
any
no
more of
BKB.
these heroes? He's going to walk away, but the Ravage, jump forward, blink on a 3. Rezo going down. They are still having the Aegis, though, and he ends up force-stepping to the high ground as Snakeen also in some trouble. He drops. MSS looking to walk away from them, but they've killed off 2 so far. Not bad.
And I mean, that's the only chances they can get when they don't have BKBs on the side of VGJ Storm. VG has to force those type of engagements, and I mean, that's a step in the right direction, but they're still down by 10,000 gold, and this Luna is on the brink of, honestly, they just can't deal with it.
Just finished this butterfly. Didn't even have it for that fight. It was stuck in his backpack. He was struggling to get it off the courier for a bit, but he at least he survived, so he didn't burn the Aegis. Now he's got this brand new set of items ready to go show him off.
Yeah, they still have 2 minutes left on the Aegis. They can definitely look to just walk down mid, or even just take the top tier 2.
Double bounties.
Okay, you gotta be careful on Rezo. He could get caught out here.
He does have BKB.
He might just kill them, actually.
He's just gonna kill everybody. All right, well, he turns it back around. Hurricane Pike, he can wait for it until after the Aegis wears off if he wants to.
Or just walk away.
Yeah, with the Glimmer Cape, he's fine.
Wow.
That is actually incredible. I did not... I thought he was either dead or getting a BKB off. I thought that was one of those are the 2
There's 5
options.
heroes, right? Normally when one hero walks into 5, the one loses.
Yeah,
Rezo just plays raid boss heroes, apparently.
I get that because I never played WoW, though.
I didn't either, but I like to consider myself a cultured individual.
I see.
An aficionado.
Aficionado.
Wow.
I've heard worse. I've heard worse.
Yeah.
Very eloquent in your speech, you know?
Almost BKB on the Storm.
Walking down this lane.
I mean,
Rezo was like, if 5 heroes can't kill me, what are they going to do versus my team?
yep, they just say, I'm gonna...
What a nice hook. Long range from downtown.
MSS is
That's
on
quick
point
pick off
this
on
game.
11.
This Glimmer Cape's sick as well. He's had like 3 life-saving Glimmer Capes.
All of Tron Rezo, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
He's had a hell of a tournament, honestly.
No, MSS has been, I mean, he's been showing up consistently this tournament and past.
Rezo still has 20 seconds left on Aegis. They got to be careful
They
about
want to
this
just
timing
run it.
right now.
They for sure have been marked down. There's no way they forget this kind of thing with the way they've been playing. That's just a free lane of racks, no Naga.
They can just walk away. I guess they're deciding back after this. They're not gonna
You're
force
waiting
anything
to
else.
see what they did to say what they're
They're
going to
probably
do,
just
right?
gonna take these shrines. No, I mean, I was gonna say they were gonna walk away. It was more so just I was sort of surprised by it. I thought they would have just kept pushing there. and
There's no
used the
reason to
Aegis,
force it.
but-
That's the only way they can lose the game,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
That's their idea. And I love Lincoln's on Rezo. I think that he just builds items that say, if you can't possibly deal with me while I hit your buildings, then you're going to lose the game.
He already does more than enough damage.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
And the Net and Static Link are 2 single target abilities that go through BKB. So once he has BKB on with the Lincolns, there is just simply no play for VG Gaming. They can try to anchor smash him and ignore him during fights, but that's just not the most reliable way to take down a Luna that's 7k net worth ahead of your Storm. They're smoked up, though.
This is an interesting one right now because you see another smoke coming from VGJ and they're going to miss each other, but the creep wave is going to be pushing in close enough now. They'll have 1 creep with them. I don't think that's good enough.
They're gonna
But this
play
is
safe, finish
counterplay.
off this shrine first.
This could be big. Lanham is still there with the Blink Dagger, and they are all showing for a moment. Jump Sword Ravage immediately onto 3 of them. Static Storm down as well. Can they burst down the gyro in time? They will. The Eclipse coming out now. Paparazzi going forward for this one as they want to drain away whatever damage that they can. Revolution still isolated. The rest of his team isn't there to help him out at all. Silence is going to possibly be picked off. Yes, they take him down.
They get the courier as well on top of that. That's Linkins and BKB.
Yawar is also falling a little bit to the side now. He just bought back. No, they managed to kill off Ori. Excuse me. He is dead, and now they're all going to die instead. That's going to be a dead Fenrir. Trying to run away. 11 already used Song. Can they catch him out? Doesn't quite look like it.
Only 760 gold somehow for killing this Luna. I don't really know how that math checks out.
Sadly, that was Snaking's BKB on the courier, as well as the recipe for Rezo's Linkins. He does not have the perseverance with it, so it wasn't completed yet. But
Clearly,
3 minutes.
They can deal with this Luna if they
Snaking.
manage to get the burst on the gyro and then go out in the Luna after he gets isolated. I love how they purposely sogged during the Luna BKB so that the rest of VGJ was taken out of the fight. Rezo at that point, when his BKB faded, was already outside of the radius of the song, and they just said, "Okay, I'm running at him with Link, and follow me up with Storm." And they actually did plenty of damage, despite the fact that he has all these tankiness items.
No, it was Razor got the full duration Link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rezo used his Hurricane Pike and could not get away. He couldn't break it, though. The Razor ended up with 220 damage. I was just able to smack him.
Yeah, I think that if you're looking at this, like, just can't get ravaged like that, and the next fight is probably going to be a lot harder because VGJ Storm are going to try and group together and just push down a lane with Rezo up front and center. But if it happens near the Roche pit, that might not be as easy either.
Roche is crucial next. If they get on the side of VGJ Storm, I don't think they can kill the Luna twice. But if they get on the Storm, on the other hand, this game could just take a complete turn the other direction. A 360 and walk the other way.
Nice. You are.
That is Illusion Room on Rezo.
He is right now level 21, building towards a butterfly for the gyrocopter. So doubling up on that. Right now, no way to deal with evasion, really. I guess just sort of trying to burst through the HP with the spells that they've got, and maybe Paparazzi's ulti as well, that type of thing. And they showed that they could do it earlier. Oh. SVG.
Let's go down to Storm. He has to pop BKB. He'll be fine.
Ori also, they ended up hookshotting into that and trying to take him down.
He's going to let this go. No BKB, just get out.
Yeah, exactly. He knows that if that goes down and he stays for any duration longer, he's just going to get
And if they lose the fight, that's pretty much GG. So
exactly.
They're on that brink of, on the side of Vici, where they have to win like 3 or 4 fights in a row, and that is absolutely possible, but they can't afford to slip up a single time. And I like the Razor Shivas. It gives them the vision against the Nightstalker Ultimate, something we've seen across this tournament. And I don't know, Ori's going for the Sheep Stick. I think they have other issues, but at the same time, they have to itemize to deal with this Luna.
Yeah, well, and the thing that's scary is she's going for Satanic next. So on top of having that Lincoln Sphere about to be delivered since the courier response, they're also going to have that extra item on top of it. So BKB, like you were saying, going to be completed for Snaking, as well as the Lincolns on Luna.
That's a pretty huge power spike.
Yeah, SVG's actually
Luna can just go hit towers even more.
He? Or no, he's almost finished with.
Roche, 30 seconds away.
And VGJ is just being patient. They know that they can win this fight no matter what. They're going to get this roast for free as long as they're patient enough to wait for it.
They do need to be a little bit careful that they don't get bursted before their BKBs can come out.
Vici is zipping in. They got vision. Snaking pops BKB. He'll walk away.
They know there's a ward there now.
Element of surprise gone for the side of Vici Gaming.
Actually, he already de-warded it. There's no way Vici is going to allow VGJ Storm to get this Roche without a fight. They have all their ultimates, and one BKB forced. They're gonna need to. Oh, they're just gonna go right back in on the side of VGJ. They have Nightstalker ultimate.
Deal with this, but they need to be careful because they're walking up there on the high ground. They're going to have vision of this in just a second as soon as they turn and go on the Storm Spirit, and now they realize he's up there on top of the cliff. They have to know they're up here, but it's so hard to take this fight. The Clockwork Flare, nighttime, they can jump for him right at the start, able to catch him in the cogs, the full combo coming out, laying him with the BKBs. He can't do anything at all. 11 going to drop it. Paparazzi also getting chased down here. Now they need to be careful because the BKBs wearing off now. They came to counter initiation coming in from the Tidehunter, and this gyrocopter isolated the Glimmercade, keeping him alive yet again with no detection. They can't quite get him, and Vici need to back out now.
invincibility or invisibility is invincibility.
Snaking took out Ken.
That's what I've learned in this last fight. Both teams Glimmer Cave saving the respective heroes. Gyro going down there would have been a huge deal. Has no buyback. But now they can just walk into Roche, I think. They still have Ravage, and they have Song. They actually didn't use anything.
They don't have Disruptor, though.
Yeah.
Not the worst in the world.
They need to wait for BKBs. They can't possibly try to force Roche until the 20-second cooldown on both BKBs is up. Snaking already has his, but Resolution and Gyro and Yawar definitely need theirs.
And I mean, the team fight that you can see from VGJ coming out, if they get that, is ridiculous. Like, the Ravage into a Meteor Hammer afterwards, like, could be really, really rough. Do you open with Song? Always?
I think you have to, but at the same time, like, the problem is the Naga's the one they're looking to target because they have no way to save him other than Glimmer Caves. They only have one 4-staff on the Razor, and he wasn't quite in position to save the Naga there, and Naga's their main source of counter initiation as well as initiation. So if he gets jumped, that's pretty much worst case scenario for VGJ Storm.
That's
For
right.
VG.
Absolutely no buyback. He's just he's got a big target on his head.
So the Storm, or the Gyro actually, is going to be going back for a Hex himself.
It's quite an interesting pickup. I saw that. He hasn't committed to it yet, but if they Hex the Storm, he will just die because they have the ability to just BKB and commit onto him.
We do have BKBs up back on the side of VGJ Storm. They're probably going to be thinking about this Roche.
Oh, jump in, mid lane. They found themselves a Night Stalker. He does. Excuse me, Jakiro. He has Yules. Silence there, long duration onto the Storm Sturdy. Saving his BKB for the moment, but now they've also got the stun onto Razor, brought down to about a fifth of his HP. The stun coming in from MSS, and now they did manage to get the Song up with all the BKBs going. 11 and just dying in the duration of it. Fenrir falling as well, and already trying to run. He will be able to get out of there, but everybody else dead. This could be the beginning of the end.
And that's even the one position gyrocopter. He's 8K net worth behind the Luna, and despite that is able to just kill everybody with flat cannon.
Yep.
Turns out having your attacks hit everybody is pretty good.
And he has the Hex. He brought it out.
Wow. I love that because he's just the 2-position hero. Why not? Just itemize to counter the ability of VG to actually fight this Luna back. The Storm's the only way that can commit onto this Luna, and that Storm's not gonna like be able to play around his Hex. He's able to reactionarily BKB in this game, but he no longer can do that. That completely changes the way that Storm has to play, and I love these type of item purchases. That's actually incredibly next level.
Getting the Hex before the Storm himself gets his. And now thinking about, I mean, the other thing too that you can do with that is just Hex the Tide too if you want to in the beginning of the fight. Try and blow him up before he can get Ravage off. There's multiple different ways that you can play this.
Absolutely, the Hex does serve multiple purposes. Not only does it help team fights, but it also changes their ability to pick people off. They actually lack reach between the Jakiro and the Clock. Even though they can initiate, they can't really reliably pick somebody off.
Buyback status now, you can see 300 gold away for the Disruptor, about 700 from the Razor, and a cooldown for the Naga, like you were mentioning, Josh. So now, smoke down towards bottom.
They find a worry. This pretty much spells doom. And Jakiro now has a Neon Disc, so that eliminates even more targets for the Storm to actually go on in fights.
Resolution.
VGJ sees this Storm bot lane and they don't care. They just that's just another hero out of base. They're just gonna start pressuring.
They have Sheep on Storm.
They're in there. They're walking forward. They think about going in now. The hook shot. Actually, this is a little bit awkward there as Paparazzi comes out. Sheep not really doing all that much. Paparazzi dropping low. Resolution is gonna get the kill. A triple kill for Yawar actually, and now 11. He is sitting there inside the Song. And I don't think they have any follow-up afterwards, really. They can jump forward, able to find the Ravage, the Meteor Hammer as well. Isn't enough to take them down. They do take down Yawar, and now the Eclipse coming out. They're just ignoring Resolution for the moment, knowing that Aegis is there. But at the end of the day, with 4 dead, no buyback, GG and VGJ Storm are going to be in the grand finals.
That'll be fun. I mean, this will certainly be an interesting grand finals. Again, you never want to pit, like, the region versus region thing is weird, but when it comes to the three China teams in these top 4, and then you come to the grand finals where it's, you know, VGJ versus LGD, so
yeah.
that'll be a whole lot of fun.
And it actually broke Dota, so we're having trouble getting stats up right now, but you can see those guys very happy with themselves. And again, I don't think anybody was really fully prepared for the the way that they were going to play this out.
Holy moly. I think everyone on VGJ played incredibly well that game,
Yeah.
but I just want to point out, from my perspective as a carry player, how impressive